My name is Jordy Izzard, and I'm an Alumni Relations Officer at SAIS. And I'm here today with Gordon Tubbs, and he's from the class of 1963 at SAIS, a social year of 1961, but ended up with his degree in 63. And today's date is October 19th, 2010, and I'm really glad to be here with you, and I appreciate your time. So, thank you. And I guess what we'll just start with again is, we've kind of reviewed the questions, but what originally brought you to SAIS? I'd be interested to know that.
Well, I thought, from what I'd read from SAIS and Tufts and others, these are good schools with reputation for international relations. So I said, well, this sounds interesting, because I said, if you want to get into the State Department of Foreign Service, SAIS is probably a good place to do it, and I was interested in that. So what happened then was I said, well, I applied down here, and what brought me was a full scholarship, so, so which is very good. That and what was left of my GI Bill made it possible to come here.
Great.
So that's why I guess my main motivation.
And where did your original interest in international relations come from?
Well, I was in the Korean War. I was in the Navy for a couple of years, helping to. I was a weatherman at the time. I got a commission later in intelligence, but so I was out in Asia for a couple of years. Even though we went to Japan just at the end of the occupation, and then it was going back and forth on the USS Princeton, bombing North Korea. Unfortunately, we had air supremacy, so we were in danger on the ship.
Right.
Yeah. So that was that. So I said, well, this is very interesting, because before I'd gone in, I had into the Navy. I'd been at Cornell, where it was actually a wildlife conservation measure.
Oh, wow.
That's great. So it was, the ag school was free, and I had no money and or backing one way or another. And then I said, well, everything was in an uproar then, and a number of us decided to volunteer. Fortunately, I volunteered for the Marines. Fortunately, the quota was filled that week, so I walked across the street and went to the Navy.
Oh, you did? And that's how you got into the Navy?
Yeah, that's how I got in. And what? How about luck?
Wow, that was,
that was
deciding factor
been
of
on
the day.
Retreat from Chungcheon Reservoir, if I could.
Wow.
That lasted.
Yeah. Well, my next question is, I guess, what are some of your memories of being at SAIS?
Well, it was the class, I think, was very small then. I don't know, were there 80-some people? I'd have to go back and check, 80-some people in school. And I can remember the first thing I remember, we went to the Quaker meeting house. What was it for an orientation? And I said, well, this is very interesting. And the school was, what was it, the former, I think it was a former girls' school or something like that. Yeah. And the Hilton hadn't been built yet. And no, I can remember I had this very memorable professor for Chinese studies, Paul Weinberger. And he said, we don't have athletic facilities. We said there's sort of an outdoor gym across the street, because you can go up and down this hill. And that was it. But I can remember how small it seemed. But there were you had plenty of memories of professors. I remember I was pretty impressed with the staff, because a lot of them had practical experience in government. I think international economics was taught by, I think, Phillips, who had been an advisor to the Malayan government.
Right.
And you had diplomatic history was taught by, I think it was Franklin, who was head of some kind of history department at the State Department. And Weinberger had specialties in both China his father had been an advisor to Sun Yat-sen.
Oh, interesting.
And he'd been, was a specialist also in psychological warfare. He was in the, I don't know, he had a commission, I don't know, he was a colonel or something like that, but he was a young lieutenant in China and had met Mao, and was surprised he could discuss dialectic materialism. And so there, and I think Dean Thayer was there, then I thought taught international law. And no, and the Southeast Asia course was pretty good too. Focused on, I was doing work on Burma and China, that sort of thing. And I have, yeah, the memories were kind of interesting because this was at a time when the social gatherings in the evening, sometimes I can remember Alan Dulles coming one time, and I can remember Dean Atchison being there.
Oh, wow.
And sort of drinking quite a bit and being helped out by a couple of the sturdier students. No, it was very interesting. I guess Lineberger was the most memorable character. We used to have these very small seminars, 4 people or 5 people or something like that, and mostly at the school, but sometimes when he was ill at his home. So it was very it was very interesting. But I had to. My wife was ill, so I had to finish up part-time. I was still allowed to take French at the time because you could use it in Indochina, and I was having my struggles not being a linguist with French. Had to get tutoring, and
Right.
in the meantime, I'd started a job at USIA, but I thought it would be a temporary job in the Office of Research, but it wasn't. I ended up staying there because I took the state exam and got to my orals. I was very relaxed because my wife had an illness, and I knew they weren't going to take me anyway.
Sure.
But anyway, I would compare it to another candidate who was just ahead of me and drank a full pitcher of water. I was Mr. Cool because I knew it didn't make any difference. But
how did you do?
I think I would have been possibly accepted. I don't know really, but that I could see Foreign Service wasn't going to be anywhere for me.